go. Let go into what? Let go, what? Let go or be dragged, that's one thing I love. Okay, so listen, first of all, out the gate, I just wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you and I love you. And I see so many people who I know are deeply in love with me already. And I have some news for you. It has nothing to do with me. The love that you have for me is generated inside of you, amen? And so I want to say to you, if you're not in love with me yet, you will be by the end of this talk. And if you're not, that's your problem. It's so interesting when we talk about things like love and surrender, because for me, I don't know about you, but the first time I came to one of these centers, one of these churches, I thought you were all bonkers, you were berserk, there was no way that people could be this happy. There was just no way. Anybody new here and sort of like, I don't know if I can drink this Kool-Aid? But I'm telling you, that my story is that I came to these churches and these spaces from the 12-step world. I always like to say, who's 12-steppers in the house? 12-steppers, who's the 12-steppers in the house? I have been up and down the 12 steps so many times, I don't go to the gym. And yet, the first step in recovery is about powerlessness. So I was practicing that. I was practicing that for a long time before I could really hear the message of these teachings, which is that the power is in me, that the higher power is in me. And wow, what a game changer. What a game changer for me. But listen, I didn't get it the first time I went to a center. I didn't get it. I wasn't ready. I didn't have the capacity. I was thinking about it like this the other day, like it's almost as if I was an AM station and you all were FM and I couldn't tune in. I just couldn't hear it. And luckily, thank God, another person dragged me to another center and I could hear it. I could hear it, right? And when you start to hear these teachings, you start to hear this story that there's one power, there's one presence, it resonates because it's the truth. There's only energy. Energy is not born, it does not die. It is all there is. It is love. It is love itself. Amen and hallelujah. And what the interesting thing I think about love is that both are true. And you know what? Before we even go on, I do want to take some polls because we are in the polling moment. We're in the polling era. So just to see like how things are for you here in this community, I would like to take a poll. Cat people. Cat people? Dog people. Bipedal. That's me, I'm bipedal. Okay, one more poll. Apple phones, Android phones, bicomputeral. I'm bicomputeral. I have an Android phone and a Mac. Yeah, anybody? Yeah, thank you. Got a couple bi people out here. I have one more thing here I want to test with this poll thing. Who here likes the feeling of being in love? Who here likes the feeling of being at peace? This is the poll that we take here, right? At these centers, at these churches, this is what we practice, right? Dr. Richard. I'm starting to call him Dr. Richard because I know he's already a doctor of consciousness, yes? Every week, healing and raising the vibration of your life. That's what we come here for. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with you. I got to stay at their home last night. Oh my gosh. It was just filled with love. Love was just leaking off the walls, off every tchotchke and every beautiful piece of art and every blankie and every box and love was just everywhere. It was amazing. So my talk title today is Sweet Surrender. It's not just surrender, it's sweet surrender. Because guess what, people? On Tuesday, half of our country, a full half of our country is going to have their heart broken, okay? And there might even be, there's lots of breaking going on. There might be a breaking of a glass ceiling. I don't know. But either way, the call for those who practice this teaching is a surrender to love. It's to love each other no matter whether your guy or gal wins. Period, hard stop. It is the believing that everything is unfolding for the best and highest. Let's say that. Everything is unfolding for the best and highest. How about we add in my life? In my life, okay? And the way that we surrender to what is we make a decision to see what is coming at us and to say yes to it. To say yes to what is showing up. To say yes to when Lorelei calls me up and she says, hey, you're thinking of doing this thing and your astrological chart would be better if you do it in spring. Somebody asked me the difference between millionaires and billionaires. Billionaires have astrologers. Not that I necessarily want to be a billionaire, but whatever. Side note, anyway. I had to shout you out there. How you doing, sister? I love you so much. Okay, anyway, back to my talk. Okay, so yes to what is. When we say yes to what is, okay, well, Eckhart Tolle says it really well. Are you hearing me okay? Am I okay? Okay. Eckhart Tolle, I have a quote from him. He says, you know who he is, the guy with the power of now, right? He says, always, that's not sometimes, always say yes to the present moment. Surrender to what is. Say yes to life and see how life starts suddenly to work for you rather than against you. How powerful is that? Life is always working for you. And I got to tell you, I've just come from Asheville, okay? I live in Asheville, North Carolina. And Hurricane Helene was a bitch. She said to the river, she said to French Broad River and the Swananoa River, she said, let's have a party, let's get together. And became an ocean for a day. And let's just reconfigure the whole mountains. 1,000 landslides, lives lost, jobs lost, businesses lost, homes swept away. Devastating. How do you say yes to that? How? Well, I know how I do it. I don't know how you do it. I do it by writing music. I do it by gathering whatever is being alchemized in the pain. There's always, God is the ultimate alchemizer, taking shit and making it fertilizer. Come on. If you don't believe in something and you fertilize things, then open your eyes, okay? So I wrote this song, and I'm going to sing it for you. I'm going to go over to the piano and sing you a tune called Look Up. And, you know, it's not easy to say yes to everything all the time. I guess I need the microphone, I'm sorry. It's not easy to say yes to everything when you're pissed off. Half the country's going to be pissed off on Tuesday, okay? And that's okay. It's okay. We're human. We're human. And that's what the song's about. Hey, shout out to the AV team going back and forth to 2 microphones and everybody. And the band, shout out to the band who is not playing with me on this song, but who are amazing. So I'm a singer-songwriter, and I take whatever's going on. And, you know, when I'm feeling bad, I generally will watch Netflix. But when I'm feeling really bad, I'll sit at the piano or the guitar and write a song. And the interesting thing about this song is that I posted it on Facebook. And I had like roots grown out to here. I had no makeup on. I looked absolutely, you know, we had no water. We had no power. We were living, you know, I was all of a sudden, you know, Laura Ingalls Wilder overnight. And it went viral. This song went viral because I think it's what we need to hear. So this is for Asheville. This is for you. This is for everybody who's alive. What is more useless than being angry at a river? It is just a river doing what rivers do. Truth is that some truth tastes a little bitter, but it can make you better as you make your way through. And the light shines on all who are left behind. The light still shines. The light shines even in the darkest times. So look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. 'Cause what is more useless than screaming at the darkness? It is just the darkness doing what darkness do. But it is the darkness that offers up the sunrise. It offers the seed a space to hide in the night. And the light shines on all who are left behind. The light still shines. The light shines even in the darkest times. So look up, look up, look up. Sing it with me. Look up, look up, look up. Come on. Look up, look up, look up. Tell somebody now. Look up, look up, look up. Look up at the sun. Look up at the moon. Look up in the eyes of the people who are helping you. Look up at the strength of the spirit that is free. Look up at the power of community. Look up for yourself and look up for me. Look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. Maybe I'm useless. I'm angry at a river. It's just a river doing what rivers do. But I am a human. I'm a being, not a doer. So I'm gonna let this anger pass on through. And the light shines. This all will be alchemized. The light still shines. The light shines even in the darkest times. So look up, look up, look up. Come on. Look up, look up, look up. Tell somebody now. Look up, look up, look up. Keep it going well. Look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. Walking Mike back. Look up, look up, look up. Tell somebody now. Look up, look up, look up. Yeah, that's the choice. That's the call. That's what we do. That's the evolved spirit, is the one that chooses to look up. I drove in the car from, I was on my way to Unity Village, and I had a driver, and I started a conversation with the driver, and we started to talk about the world and the state of the world, and he was talking about how he wanted freedom, and he wanted power, and he felt that his voice was being stifled, and I said, yes, me too, and I thought we were on the same side of this team, and then all of a sudden it went separate. It's all either a choice to be afraid or a choice to love, in my opinion. Whatever's going on politically, I hear the fear when I talk to people. I think about my own fear. I have fear, yes. Again, there will be half of this country with a broken heart, yes? But Wayne Dyer, one of our favorite teachers, says the heart breaks to make more room for love. And I know this is true for myself because my heart has been broken a mazillion times. I actually break my own heart. I'm crazy like that. I think about the lessons and the healing that happens when we break. And so many things break to exist. The egg has to break for the baby chick to come out. We are constantly breaking and renewing, breaking and renewing, breaking and renewing. That's the journey. I often say that the Big Bang was the big heartbreak of God. And that when we come together in community like this, it's like God coming back together again. That's what it is. We're falling back in love with each other, falling into the knowingness that all is truly well and all is unfolding for my highest and best. All is unfolding for my highest and best. That is our mantra, y'all. Come on. All is unfolding for our highest and best. You know, it's crazy because I was driving here, and to get here, I had to go through some little back roads out of North Carolina. And there was this section where there were, 2 houses and then like a mile and then 2 houses and then like a mile, right? So these, I don't know if it's in the country, the natural way is to have neighbors, or what. But one house at this one point had 2 big rebel flags, and in the center it said, "Thank you, Trump." And directly across the street, it had a big rainbow flag that said, "The future is inclusion." And I said, oh my God, this is so perfect on the way to this talk, because when Hurricane Helene hit, I will bet you good money, and I'm not a betting woman because I go to GA now. I would bet you good money, though, that when Helene hit, they didn't care. They said, "Do you have any non-potable water?" Because they wanted to flush their toilet. Let's take another poll. Who here likes to flush their toilet? You guys, I have a secret to tell you. I shit in a bag. I've never done that before. I know. It happened. It was horrible. It was awful. You think I cared? In fact, in Asheville now, all the politicians are flying in, right, to give their talk, to tell you why, to get your vote. Guess what? Everybody in Asheville, I don't care what side you're on, they don't care. They want you. They're like, "You're messing up traffic. Traffic is already bad. Please leave. We voted early." So, and it's because of things like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In ministerial school, we had to study psychology. And at that very base level is just food and water. And when you don't have that, you don't care about politics, okay? I'm all of a sudden Italian. I don't know why. It's like the one accent you can do and not get in trouble. It's crazy to me that this happened when it happened, because I personally am writing a book right now. And the title of the book is Make Good, Cultivating Joy with Creativity. I painted that. It's going to be the cover, I think. Isn't it happy? Yeah. Make Good, Cultivating Joy with Creativity. And then this hurricane hits. How do you make good of this? You just do. You choose to. You make a choice. The lotus grows in mud. And I believe that good is unfolding before us. Good is unfolding before us, and what we choose to believe when we are living in the love, the ever-present life and light of the divine, we are able to look and find the good in every situation. And so I implore you, I call to you, I beg you, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, when this election is certified, choose love no matter what. I beg you. Choose love. Because I truly believe that no matter who is elected, it is for the highest and best. Listen, it might be that you say, next time we'll get them. I decided I'm going to get into the fight this time, and I want to make a choice and make a change, or whatever it is if your guy or gal doesn't win. It will alchemize. It will turn us into the best and highest and most awesome expression of life that we are. That's all there is. There's only life. And you know what? You get to make a decision every day, every moment, to choose. How am I going to react to what's coming forth in my life? Am I going to reject? Am I going to push away? Or am I going to say yes? And am I going to surrender it to what is? Surrender to what is. Have the conversation. Have the expression with someone. Have the talk with love. Lead me, love. Lead me, love. Marianne Williamson, who I think is just such a trooper. My God. Are you following her, what she's been doing? She's like, I want to run again. Crazy. I mean, I don't think she's crazy. I just think she's really powerful and wild and brave, really. And she said this, something amazing happens when we surrender and just love. We melt into another world, a realm of power already within us. This is that power that I was talking about at the top. This power, this higher power, it's in us. So when we lean in, when we surrender and we just love. I just loved that guy, that driver in that car with me. I loved all over him. He was talking about how he wanted automatic weapons. This is one thing I'll say, I don't like guns personally. It's just not my thing. Have your guns. It's okay. But we were talking and he said, what are you going to do when they come for you? I said, I'm going to put my hands up. That's me. That's just me. I'm gonna put the flower in the. I'm a hippy dippy do. That's just me. Okay. I'm gonna choose love. It's just the way I am. I can't help it. Even when somebody's coming at me. Oh my gosh! This morning I didn't tell you what happened. I'm walking in, I guess I really can't say this, but they had a t-shirt on that said something very hateful and angry, and I said, can I change your mind? And he said, nope, too late. I said, oh, I love you, be well. He said, he called himself a name, and I said, no, you're not. I tried to reach out with love because I think that's the only thing that's gonna bring us back together. There's such a divide. Again, who here likes being in love, right? All of us. I'm breathing really deeply. I'm really excited to be here. I've been looking forward to this all week because Reverend Richard Burdick is my favorite. He makes me feel like I can get up here and I can just be like this because this is Reverend Richard, right? Oh, love him. Love you. So, yeah, you are loved. And I tell you that it is so palpable in this room. The love in this community is, you can feel it. Can you feel it? And if you can't feel it, it's you, brother, sister. I'm sorry. Open up. Joy, the talk title was Sweet Surrender, but he had it as Sweet Surrender, the Key to Joy. And I don't know if I had said that originally, but Cultivating Joy is my book. And joy, the acronym that works for me is just open yourself. Just open yourself. So if you don't feel the love in here, just open yourself to it. I'm open to love. Say it with me. I am open to love. It's scary to love because you know what happens when you love? Who here has their heart broken right now? Don't worry, the rest of you will. Because that's what happens when we love. And that's why we're afraid to love. Because heartbreak is scary. It's really scary. And I'm telling you, I'm a double cancer, you guys. I live in heartbreak. I'm like, oh, the wind is blowing. It's so windy. Drama. Where are my cancers at? I got to know where my Cancerian sisters. Thank you. You'll be okay. All over on this side. You'll be okay. We'll be okay. The Leos will protect us. Where are my Leos at? Leos, you protect us? Thank you so much. And you have a Virgo leading you, so you're in good hands. You're in good hands. Sorry, astrology is just fun for me. It just is fun. It's a fun way to talk about personality and conversation and who knows. Talk to Lorelai. She'll convince you that it's real. She's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to close with a poem that I found online from Donna Ashworth, which I thought was so perfect to end the talk. It's called The Season of Letting Go. And so begins the season of letting go, when Mother Nature shows us all how it's done. Let go. Free yourself. Shake it off. Drop it. Give way for the new. Create space for new thoughts, new ideas, new adventures, and new connections by shedding the dead weight you've been carrying around for so long. And whilst you are there, being reborn and renewed, let go of old anxieties too. Let go of doubts, fears, beliefs which no longer serve you well. Release bitterness or past hurts which feast on your beauty. Be brave. Don't fear the nakedness as the leaves slip away. Mother Nature doesn't. Watch and learn. That's from Donna Ashworth. So I invite you now to make a decision to surrender to sweet, sweet love.